Questions for Mitch?
Mitch, can you think of bigger hits in your career than the ones you've had tonight? Bigger performances than the ones you've had tonight?
No, especially with how big these games are and what these last couple games mean to us. So no, it was a fun night.
You were so emotional after 38 when we talked to you the other night, but what's going through your mind when you hit 39 there and see the crowd erupt the way they did?
Just fired up, trying to win every game, and putting the team up by 2 there was fun. It was good, and trying to win every single game, win every single pitch, and every pitch is so meaningful. So every run that we can bring across the plate is huge, especially in the last couple games, this last series with so much on the line. That was a good feeling.
Mitch, you're standing there, you're standing right field, you see the seawall, give up the homer, you see it, and you come back in the dugout and you guys got to somehow rally. That's your best reliever giving up a bomb. How did you guys recoup? Was there doubt? What was the dugout like?
No, I mean, as soon as we came in, we were like, hey, let's go. Like, come on, we got to put pressure on them. We can believe in ourselves all year. We've came back a million times this year. And we got to have our teammates back. And I feel like, there's 3-4 guys that we ride every single night in the bullpen. Once in a while, it's not going to be their night, and that one swing put them up, and we got to get Paul's back because he's been just absolutely dominant for us. So we have to save him and put some runs across the board. And that inning was so big. There were so many things that led into it. There were so many good at bats. There was, Kellenic getting on with hit by pitch, Bowers drawing a pinch hit walk. That's so hard to do to have against a good reliever. That's kind of funky. Fraley laying down a bunt. There's so many things that went into the inning that's just like kind of summarizes our year, grinding out at bats, seeing pitches. It was awesome.
Hey, Mitch, the season is so long that there's naturally a lot of ebbs and flows for a player where maybe you're not seeing the ball well. The results aren't what you'd like it. What are this last 10 or so days been like for you? Do you feel especially locked in? Certainly we're seeing the results, but what does this sort of look like through your lens?
Feel good. I mean, you want to come to the field late in September with something on the line, fighting to make the postseason, fighting to win a World Series. That's what we prepare for every offseason, prepare for every spring. And it couldn't be more fun waking up every morning knowing that, we're going to hopefully be in that wild card game and have a chance to win a World Series. So, I mean, I wake up every morning with a lot of energy, and I haven't usually late in the season. It's tough. It's a grind. And especially when you're out of it, it's even more tough. But, you get this surge of adrenaline, and we just got to keep riding that wave, keep coming to the ballpark every day and preparing to win. And I mean, we've done that every single day this whole season.
It's probably easier getting up today than it was a year ago at this time, just to get up and go to rehab and grind through that. Don't you think?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we've asked you that, Mitch, but like when you're doing all this, could you envision what you're doing right now, playing to get into the wild card when you're grinding through hours of like, what you talked about, just like incremental getting better in the rehab?
Yeah, that's the hope. And, every year but that kind of turned this year. Once I made it back healthy, it was like, okay, I'm seeing ourselves in my mind making the playoffs, squirting champagne on everybody, having beers everywhere, and just celebrating the clubhouse. Like that's a picture that I try to paint in my mind a lot, to try to see that happen. Cause I feel like I've done that with a lot of other things over the last 2 years, and a lot of them have come true. And I think there's a big power to believing in yourself, but also the things you want to happen. And I don't think we'd be in this situation if we didn't believe we could do it.
So the pictures in your minds when you're doing the other stuff, it wasn't this. It was like just getting back on the field, or what was it? How did you do the motivation to get back?
Yeah, for me, it was coming back, being healthy, and being able to contribute to this. Throughout my rehab, it was, visualizing myself being healthy, visualizing myself back on the field, contributing. And then once I was back in spring training, it was like, all right, I'm healthy. Earlier in the offseason, I was like, all right, I know I'm going to be healthy and be ready to go. And then once spring training hit, it was like, okay, champagne, trophy, that start kind of putting that out there. And early on in the rehab, it's like I got to fix my body before I can think about spraying champagne all over my teammates, because if my body's not right, it's going to be tough to do.
Anything else for Mitch? Thank you, Mitch.
Thank you, guys.